got some awesome takes. The outfit makes me just ready for the bull run
It's
to
bull
be
run
back.
ready.
He literally is his Bored Ape.
Dude.
He is his Bored Ape. I
Well,
love
Yeah.
it.
The Bored Ape is naked, so
It is.
you don't want the whole Bored Ape. But
Okay.
we can
But
do,
if he
we can do the,
if he
the
did
hat.
put on an outfit, it'd be that one. For sure.
See,
For sure.
we got AJ writes crypto down there. He's
I thought it was AJ Ruggs Algo.
no.
AJ Ruggs algo.
Oh,
You know what? You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Is algo?
Nick and I are having a sick Twitter beef right now.
Yeah.
And before we get into the military industrial complex and
Hold
before the truth sets you free, let's get into these bars, okay? Real quick. All right. So hold on.
Should I be pulling this up?
No, I got
Okay,
it.
okay.
So
pull out.
I said
I never do.
Nick,
I know.
suggested I'm on Around the Blockchain tonight, right? And Nick suggested we talk about Algorand, and Algorand governance is like closing in less than 2 days, so it's a good time to talk about governance, right?
Yeah.
So then he's like, yeah, but I'm just gonna I was gonna tweet about it. He was like, I'm gonna leave like a snarky response. So I even said in the tweet, expect a snarky reply from Nick. And then I was talking about Algorand. He said, you spelled avalanche wrong. And I said, do you really want a Twitter beef with me? Do you want the smoke? And he said, I don't hit women. And I said, I know your seed phrase, but I don't want 1,000 shib. And then he said, did AI write that tweet for you? And I said, did AI write that lens script? Next time, turn off the middle school setting. And then he said, which algo NFT are you rug pulling on company hours today?
Oh
and I'm
my
typing multiple. That
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
you
There's
don't
no love lost.
you
here at
don't
the
want to
Big Boy.
mess around. I don't want to say cuss words, but F around, get smoked. You know
So
what I'm saying?
all this being said, are you still? Oh my
Watch
god,
my laptop, bro.
Don't mess with our cords.
AJ, are you still like full ham on Algorand? Is that still your?
Is that
focus?
even a question?
Yeah,
Why don't
it
you go
is.
buy
I
some
gotta
more
know.
DAG? Go buy some more DAG.
I spread it out. Thank you very much. But
No,
ICP.
I spread it out. I like Algorand, but I'm also vocal about Cardano, vocal
Yeah.
about ICP.
Yeah.
I like Casper. I like Near. I like some other ones. I do. I've been looking into some kind of sleeper picks lately. I did a Twitter Space Wednesday talking about my sleeper picks. I already want to take back one of the picks, but I'm not going to tell you which it is. But I am really looking into Filecoin, kind of Engine, some crazy sleeper picks like that. Maybe even B Pro will make a comeback.
Okay.
Maybe it could.
Looking
But
at
the
B-Pro.
Biscuit Jesus,
Dude,
dude. Now
I know. This is amazing.
I like
I
this.
really like how this looks. We have the Space Commander possibly running things from the top seat here. But on Cardano, I just wanted you guys to know that Charles Hoskinson gave me this shirt, and it was too small, but I was too afraid to tell him to get me a new shirt. So I'm a big Cardano
Say,
fan.
Charles, I don't shop at Baby Gap.
Yeah, I know, but BJ does. BJ definitely does. But yeah, I like Cardano. It's DCA Friday, so I'm sitting here racking my brain on what to buy. As AJ said, yes, I'm into DAG already.
Dadgummit.
Daggone it.
That was
I've covered my.
Oh, that was dag
No.
on it. Aren't we in Georgia?
We are in Georgia. Daggone it, man.
Daggone it.
God dang it. So yeah,
This fucking mic stand.
dude, it works though. It
BJ.
works.
I'll watch my fucking language later.
Biscuit
Whoa,
Jesus.
come on.
Damn,
There are
Chemistry
there are
bro.
kids.
Whoa.
Carnivore that watch
Listen,
this show.
Mama Bear's watching this
Yeah,
stream.
we got
and
all
we got
kinds of
famous
rigs.
Bear
And so
with her,
mining.
so she's a kid.
What
You
about
gotta
Dingle?
You got to be careful, okay?
Dingle.
Cover her ears,
Dingle
Mama
Bear.
Bear.
Dingleberts. Okay.
That's funny.
My
Okay.
wife is watching this right
Well,
now.
I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling like hopefully time's not running out to DCA at super low costs. I'm hoping that the pain still keeps us below 20 for a couple months because I am not done building my bags for the next set. I mean, I've done as much as I could so far, but there's still more to do.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, do you guys? All right. So obviously we have the pump. Let's look at this story here, and then I'll ask you.
Wait, who's switching?
You're
What?
gonna switch.
Yeah,
You're the
do your
switch?
job, BJ.
What?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Look at that medium Cardano shirt.
I know. Well, I was too afraid to tell Charles that it was too small. I
Hey,
wasn't going to make
Charles-
Hoskinson go get me another
Charles
shirt.
is
man.
Yeah,
Why-
you do. You make him get you another fucking shirt.
No, I couldn't.
Listen.
No.
All right, Joe Stonkman, Loudmouth, what NFT projects are you in? I feel like I've heard of you before. Feels like he's heard of you before, Loud.
Well, probably because I'm a NFT maxi.
All right. What,
I mean,
what projects are you in?
You could go to my Twitter and click my OpenSea link, and you can see every single one. I don't know.
You should flex.
Shield?
You
Should I
should-
shield stuff?
you
on
should
here?
flex.
What do you
Flex for
got?
sure.
What do you
So,
got?
Bored Ape, all Yugas is amazing products. Lazy Ape Yacht Club, best derivative out there. I've got a bunch of doodles, some space doodles.
Dude, I might have to take a doodle.
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
got.
it on
Hey,
stream.
doodles are going to be 100 ETH. Let me tell you,
that's not
I'm
what I'm
bullish
talking
on
about.
doodles.
For
You
real?
bullish on
100
doodles?
ETH.
100
How is that going to happen?
Look, the CEO of Billboard, the Billboard charts, quit his job to go be the CEO of Doodles. You think that he
pretty
just
big.
made that on the fly?
Well,
like,
It's pretty big.
yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
You got Pharrell, you got superstars,
And
that
he's
are all
coming with the
about-
connections that he's already built up through his whole career in that industry at the top of that
basically his
industry.
whole life.
Yeah,
And he's like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to rug this thing and go to the Doodles.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Probably
why,
something special coming, guys. I'm just saying.
And you're
And
not like Lazy Lions.
if you're, I got 34 lazy lions. They woke up yesterday, by the way. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Roar.
Crypto Chef said you better have JPEG junkies. Loud. Do you have any JPEG junkies from Cardano?
I actually just downloaded my Cardano wallet last night.
Mm.
Got that
Now
Nami.
listen, but I
helped him
used
set
to
up that
be
Nama.
I used to be a Cardano like maxi. All I talked about was Cardano. But when I got into NFTs, there was so much. I loved ETH too. There was so much traction on ETH, and it was so tough to get anything on Cardano. Like it's a big step process, and it wasn't there then that where it's at now. So I'm coming, and I'm coming in strong. So
Nice.
Do you think that Cardano is gonna at least nip at the heels of Ethereum when it comes to NFT?
It doesn't have to nip at the heels when it trips.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah.
It's
So
bold.
you think that it's gonna take over?
I don't
the
think that it
NFT
has the
realm.
traction
I
yet.
think it's feasible, but like we talked about before with VCs and everybody else, and,
Yeah.
you know, people with a strong community like Loud and everybody else, like adoption's gonna take a minute.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But-
because we're not as big as most people think that we are. We're like a large high school right now.
Right.
But and the traction is all on ETH. Polygon's got so many scams, which they're spending tons of money to try to get out of that and to do something. So they could come through too. You never know. And then, you know, Soul, that's just a weirdo. Like they raise
It's
hands.
trying to stay alive.
Trash.
I've
You see
never
it?
Hate it.
like that.
I know. I don't like Solana either.
And then there are two major soul
It's the
projects.
Palm Pilot of the crypto world.
the
Polygon
Palm
paid them to come over there, so they rugged Soul and went
Right.
to Polygon.
Should
So
Right.
Palm Pilot's
the
dirty
top
like
ones
that.
that was on there. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
I know that ETH is dominating right now, and it will continue to dominate. I think that Cardano will start to gain traction when it gets a little more simple and easy to have that market and
Yep.
buy NFTs on.
For sure.
And more creators going on there. So the big thing that I would suggest and have advice for a Cardano people is you need more artists and creators creating projects. Like there should be new projects going wild all the time.
Yeah.
There are.
and
I mean,
that might be-
there's a new drop on ADA almost every day.
No, there is every day.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
no.
A
For sure.
A drop.
Well,
you say
we're
A?
saying
Well,
at minimum.
Minimum one
Minimum,
drop
wait.
per day.
But the minting fees are way better.
Oh, yeah.
The gas is basically
Listen,
not there.
Charles is probably one of the most brilliant minds alive on the planet
Yeah.
today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Cardano will run it all one day. But we live in a world of people that want a microwave society. So
If the powers that be allow,
We shouldn't
him
be
to
talking
run
about
all-
it yet.
I know. If the powers that be allow Charles to do the market grab that his system is capable of doing, then absolutely. Savetti wanted to say what's up. First time chat in there. Chemistry bro, bring up doodles are big. Whole NFT space is kind of annoyed how inactive the Twitter's been. That's kind of been across the board. You know, I've seen a lot of from Bored Apes, but it's been pretty quiet. I know AJ's. I'm about to trigger AJ, but interest in NFTs definitely dropped. It's not trying to push it in the mainstream like it was in the last market, but we're starting to see the market come back in a big way, in my opinion. Basically, our first story I wanted to look at is.
And also, I need to talk about Chemistry Bro in a moment.
Hold on,
Chemistry
but
Bro. Okay.
real quick.
Saying that minting sucks on Cardano, or did they change it? Maker.io and several other things, you can have everything minted in a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Bars.
But I see Erickson Urkelson.
He's awesome.
Pluto Alliance, baby. Yeah, I love Pluto Alliance too. And me and AJ is gonna drop a little alpha on you guys today.
We're gonna give that time though. We
Well,
gotta let it
hold
go.
on.
we gotta let it
Hold on.
simmer.
But we got a thing.
Yeah.
We got a thing.
We're gonna
thing?
tell you
Hold
about
on.
one of the most bullish.
Why
Wait, hold
would
on.
we
I gotta
be?
whoa that right.
One of the
Do you
one of
know
the
why?
most bullish projects that's about to come out.
Yeah. And you know why
And-
we're waiting?
Why?
Retention.
See, then that's
Ooh.
attention is coming back to the markets.
Retention.
because-
Retention.
No
Hey,
attention.
Drew, what's
attention.
the difference between a good joke and a bad joke?
Timing.
If you told it or not, that's what makes a difference.
We
But
all start loud.
people are starting to pay attention
Nailed
to crypto
it.
again. Like we're
They are.
seeing it. Yeah, things are not looking
It's
so
bull
bad.
run season, baby. Let's
Well,
go.
I'm not ready to say that, but
Maybe.
No,
it's
it's
coming.
not.
Look at this.
There's
Look
going to
at
be a
this.
lot
Bitcoin-
of leverage trading
Look
that
at
gets
Bitcoin-
washed
What's
out
the
soon.
story,
You
Drew?
want me to
Tell
bring
us
up
the
the-
story.
everyone, shut the hell up.
This sounds like a Twitter space.
Bitcoin defies
I love
bad
it.
tidings. Okay,
Are we live
now,
on Twitter Spaces right now? We should be.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh shit.
All right, what was
There-
the headline again?
Bitcoin is defying bad tidings and registers this week, biggest week since 2021.
we go.
There's basically a lot of bad stuff going on in the macro right now in the world, but Bitcoin true believers don't really seem to care. Basically, in spite of the continued bad news from crypto industry, fallout of FTX, traditional fraud screwing us over, all that stuff, the recent renewal of interest in BTC continued to gather steam. And crypto is macro now, says this author, Ackelson. Now, it's a little bit early to be saying that, but it's starting to become more involved with the macro, and this market is facing seller exhaustion.
Yep.
Buyers were having a hard time finding willing sellers, whereas earlier willing sellers had less trouble finding buyers. This graph is basically just highlighting, this is the price change, 1 day percentage. We have a really nice little spike. Finally, look
See
at
that
all.
nice arrow in the corner where you can make it bigger?
Oh God, you're so.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God, this is
word.
just
Hell
the worst
yeah.
day of my life. But look at this. We have been getting pounded. I mean, we had a little bit of, oh my God, maybe not, and then just crushed by.
We've been
FTX.
getting Brianna Banksed.
We bring. Yeah. So
That's what the basement's for.
Wow.
things are coming back, man. And Ackelson added that there are also signs of interest from institutions has picked up. Open interest of Bitcoin futures on the CMA in native units has recovered to near end of year levels.
I would like to say the chat is kind of weak right now, guys. You guys could step
Well,
it
no,
up a
more
little bit.
importantly, let's talk about
Step it
throwbacks.
up.
Wait, when's the
Step it
Alaska
up, chat
BTC?
boys.
When's the poker game? I'm gonna come in that game and just kind of ruin it for all the
Do you want me to
holders.
shuffle? I'll deal.
Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, Astro Zombie.
LMK.
Speaking of throwbacks, I haven't seen that name in a hot minute.
Astro Zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
I've never
showing
seen
all the, New Money Gang streams. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Good
Gotcha.
to see you. Nice to have you. My name's Drew.
Yeah, they Jay Chains and Brian were determined it was me.
Really?
Yes.
Well, obviously that's been disproven now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean this accumulation zone, they're kind of highlighting.
Probably is you.
Man, I
It's
mean,
not me.
what?
He's on his phone right now, Tim.
Yeah, I
Not having
definitely
an
feel like
existentialist
I'm
crisis
buying,
right now.
man.
It is you.
What? Did he fart?
No, he just said that it wasn't him, and then he's on his phone. It is you. You are the Astro Zombie.
Where's my phone?
Right there.
Right way.
No, he doesn't have his phone. I think Astro.
I'm skeptical.
Because it said BJ's gang.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
If
back
you
to
follow
derail.
time frames though, you guys, like this is, this counts the 52 bars of downtrend in the previous bear. This is our current bear that we're in right now, 152 bars in between the two of upside action. And now, I mean, by the time register, we should be getting ready for the next leg up in the markets. And this just kind of goes back to what I always say is like, the media says that there's a lot of pain and a lot of downside coming. Markets are going to get crushed, but that doesn't necessarily ever. What retail experiences is never what they're told. Like the market makers and Associated Press push these narratives of fear while BlackRock is out there buying holdings and Marathon.
Like flu
is
season's
just doing
a great
well.
example. You've talked about this a lot.
Flu season's a great example of it.
Markets are never coming back. Like we're screwed.
Yeah,
Like,
and they had everyone hiding. They had everyone kind of, pinching their little pennies that inflated by 40% in the time that they held them so that they basically could afford nothing because they were too afraid to move or do anything. Like when we're facing macroeconomic uncertainty and a big shift in finances, a big shift in foreign exchange rates and stuff, you have to move aggressively and quickly to preserve. And, preserving isn't really the name of my game. My best defense is a good offense. So I don't really leave a bunch of fiat laying around. It's either going to be in my house, in a mortgage, or it's going to be in Bitcoin or vehicles that you own. Don't
And
take
also,
loans.
real quick, I want to say that chart that you showed with the timing spread. Ben and I actually did a video together. I helped him write a video 2 weeks ago, and we talked about that chart. And the whole video was kind of about hopium for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to that chart, and when we were writing the video, we kind of looked at the chart and we were like, dang, like maybe it's time to like kind of put some more a bigger DCA in like right now. And we did that, and everything has pumped like 20+% since we did that. So and that video came out before all this happened. So if you were paying attention to BitBoy Crypto, we told you.
We've been
Every
saying
time.
it.
We told you. Like
Every time.
it is kind of crazy how like
That kid
when
don't miss.
weeks later we look back, we were like, dang, we totally called that. Like all the time. It's messed up.
Yeah, and
It's
I
messed
did
up.
say don't take a loan for your vehicle. Pay for it in cash. Own your assets. That's my opinion. I know there's a lot of Kiyosaki's out there. Debt is money. Money is debt. Blah blah blah. I'm not a fan of
Not a
that.
fan.
I'm
Use
not a
other
fan.
people's money to get rich.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Don't
that.
go in bad debt. Don't go buy a boat and finance it and have crazy payments.
Coming from the
Don't-
boat
Says the
captain.
captain himself. Don't
Yeah.
buy a boat.
The financial
Because I'm
system
gonna be the captain
will end
of
up
the
being
yacht, so just
the monetary centipede.
rent it.
One's taking
Rent
a loan
it.
from the next, who's being fed the loan to the next. I'm not a fan of the system in general.
See, I would
but-
think that
You mean
a
the
boat is
rehypothecation
something that you would
centipede?
buy cash. It's a motorcycle, things that you're going to be.
Motorcycles are
it's
cheap.
extracurricular activities.
Motor-
But
Yeah.
If
You're-
you spend $8,000 on a motorcycle, you spent way too much money.
your
I get a
vehicle,
stick ninja for like 6-7K.
Look, used vehicle prices have gone up. So, I mean, if you bought
Yeah,
a
so
used
use
vehicle in
somebody else's
Used
2019,
vehicle
money.
prices have gone down.
slap your company
no, if
on
you
the
bought
side and let it be an
a
expense.
vehicle, a used vehicle in 2019, like for instance, my FJ Cruiser is actually increasing in value. So
Yeah,
Are you,
hard
fl- are you
assets.
flexing
I
on
read
us right
something
now?
else. I read
Yeah, a little
I
something
think
bit.
he's flexing on us with the
A little
FJ
bit.
I might
Cruiser.
sell my second Beamer for some crypto.
see, look at this. He's
Hey,
flexing
his
even
Beamer's
harder.
dope. I seen it this
The
morning.
blue one is pretty awesome.
Ooh.
I'm keeping the MT35.
Oh, Nick here.
Oh,
Nick
got
here.
the Nick
it's bull run season, baby.
sunglasses.
Let's go.
Hold on, you're gonna beef on me. We're gonna beef, and then you're gonna sit down
We
right
got
next to
crypto
me.
sunglasses.
TJ called and said the show is terrible. I need to come help out.
Oh, I'm in
No,
so
we
much
didn't.
Hey, this is going to be the largest stream ever.
So we were talking about your guys' beef on Twitter.
Yep, we went through the
brought it
whole
up.
beef.
AJ kind of laid it out. We left it at you don't
I
hit
think
women.
Thought you
Check,
smelled
check,
bad.
There it is.
I
Move
guess
quick.
so.
We
Am I on
got
mute?
you. No, you're
No.
good. You're good.
We can hear
You're
you.
alive.
Check. Okay.
Here he is. Wait, why do I look so different?
This is who we call Hot BJ.
Hell yeah.
Crypto sunglasses.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, back to crypto.
Yeah.
Sorry, TJ.
But we see
Put in the
He's duck
chat.
hunting.
Hey,
He isn't
I
watching
wanna
this show.
see-
He's killing ducks.
I want to see what everybody drives in the chat. Put your vehicles in the chat. Let's go.
yeah. What do you drive now, and then what are you going to drive after
the
you
bull
buy
run?
Yeah,
the
Burley
right
Hildreth.
degen
I
mode?
want to know your driver. What driver you use to tee off with? That's what I want to know.
But yeah, I mean, we have our Bitcoin.
I mean, Mike King even gave us his mileage.
Crypto is doing great right now. It's coming alive, but now I got to look a little bit further down the road. And I agreed with what Haas said here. He thinks that the 10-year yield's going to hit a 5% return rate, causing a market crash. Then the Fed will cut rates to around 1.5 to 2%. That'd be an insane cut from where we are right now, leading to a surge in inflation. And this will also, in his and my opinion, I think this is dead on, the West versus BRICS will cause double-digit interest rates later into the decade. And that would really match up with what we saw the interest rates move to in the 80s after experiencing all the shortages and slight stagflation in the 70s. And right now, the interest rates are being raised at the fastest and highest velocity in our history. So they're definitely going to have to pull back and rein it in to be able to keep the markets alive. But there's no escaping this need to continue to make the US dollar more expensive as this kind of tug of war happens between these two nations, or not really
Speaking
nations.
of other
but-
tug of war, can't you? I think you could actually point this out very well of looking at how the bond buybacks. And I know I keep saying rehypothecation, but that's a huge thing. Like it is a game of, I wouldn't even say checkers. Like it is the most.
It's
BS
6D
game
chess,
ever.
man.
Oh,
It's and they do like so. You have emergency bond buybacks being announced by Japan. Like
Because didn't they set the yields recently into like an 18-month to where
yes,
they're promising really weird
so
returns down the road, but they're doing short buybacks.
Yeah.
Which
if you do, they're repoing these bonds, these treasury bonds, so that because if you're holding for a 30-year bond, you're actually getting a lower return.
Wait, is that-
He drives loud now.
The chat's blowing up.
Oh my god.
Look-
Yeah,
look at that.
GMCs. I've been maybe trying
Look
to
at what first time chat wrote.
The truth.
Ooh,
I drive
loudmouth's wife.
loudmouth. That's what I was laughing at.
That's
That's
Damn, I take
pretty
it she
funny.
drives stick.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. Don't
standard.
hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Oh
I
my
taught her how.
God.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Macro's got a major problem right now. If you are holding a treasury bond for 30 years, you make less money than you do per year if you hold a 1 year or a 3-year bond right now. And that's a major problem for the longevity of any currency. So we're going to see some major moves coming on the financial markets over an extended period of time. And it's going to suck. So that's why I'm super, bullish on moving into alternative disruptive asset
Astro
classes.
Zombie, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, man.
Bonds. But I
Our
know, and I was
chat
trying.
jacked the
I was
whole
trying to
show
talk
right
about it
there.
quickly
come
because I
on.
know.
Yeah, thanks for staying on topic though.
Hang on, Drew.
What topic?
Here's how we can tie it all together.
Yeah.
Is that so? Like bonds, bonds are boring. I get it. Like we're talking about 1 or 2%, so we're talking about 6 months and 10 months and 2 years. But when you hear the word bonds, think about
James.
these are what governments are doing to play against each other.
Yeah.
So what happens like a year or maybe 18 months down the line is that filters down into what's happening in the economy for normies.
Mhm.
So like these are chess pieces that BlackRock and Goldman Sachs and sovereign wealth funds and the Fed are doing against each other.
Yeah.
So just like how last year the Fed was raising rates and Jerome Powell's like, we realize this is going to cause problems abroad. And then the central bank for the UK was like, holy shit, you're going to bankrupt us because we have a bunch of money in dollars or we have a bunch of debt in dollars. And now you're increasing the interest rates.
It's fiscal warfare, like we keep talking about.
Fiscal warfare. So we're talking about, 2% doesn't sound like much. When it's 2% of like $100 billion, that's a lot of money.
Win
So
Lambo.
keep that in mind. Like, or orient your thinking to how is this going to affect me in 18 months because these power players are moving these chess pieces.
Was that a pun intended on China taking over?
Well, on that note, check it out. Samsung, and I know we talked about futures ETF.
Samsung is Korean.
But no, this is out of Hong Kong. We have a story basically that Samsung investment arm considering a spot Bitcoin ETF in Hong Kong. And I know we talked about the futures ETF, but we are, in my opinion, racing towards letting this technology benefit governments in a useful way.
Zero watches, baby, because I live outside of town.
And
Let's
I
go.
see these moves from Hong Kong, like we see China bans crypto every 6 months and then opens it back up. But now, they're talking about, hot on the heels of its Bitcoin futures exchange traded fund in Hong Kong. Samsung Asset Management has indicated it's considering the launch of a spot Bitcoin ETF on the city's exchanges if the policies allow for it. They're waiting for allowance from the government to move forward with these things, as we are in the U.S., of course, so we're not that special in that regard. But a spot market refers to a market where the exchange of financial instruments is settled immediately, while a futures market refers to the market where participants buy and sell contracts and be settled at a later date. And we've been calling for a spot ETF for a long time here in the U.S. Isn't Silbert like trying to sue the SEC over not getting his?
The Winklevoss. have
Is
been
it the
trying to sue,
Winklevoss?
Yeah.
For a while.
I know we've been
Winklevoss
fighting for
love to
one.
stay in lawsuits, something.
Yeah, I know. They're pretty good at it.
They win at everything.
They're
though.
pretty
Very
good at it.
litigious.
Those guys went to like Yale. They were like Olympic.
I think it was Harvard.
Olympians,
Harvard.
athletes, like everything they do.
Yeah,
they
the
win, though.
Walmart Yale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
The
Yo,
Walmart, yeah.
no, whoa. Be
What
easy.
is the Walmart?
Be easy
Who-
about my Bulldogs, all
who
right?
is-
Don't be hating.
No, I'm saying
So
Harvard
fu-
is the Walmart
Oh,
Yale.
thank you. I thought Never mind.
Hold on, you ready for
I
my
agree.
allegiance?
Sofa King.
What about this Bula Bula
Cryptic?
Eli
Terrible.
Yale?
Who is
You better
that?
know about that.
Who are they talking
Sofa
about?
King Cryptic. Wait.
Yeah,
what?
who are they talking
Wait,
about?
what?
Mama Bear. Who?
But-
What's Loud King? What are you talking about?
Loud King.
Or Loud Heart? Who's
Loud
that?
Hart.
Loud
Oh,
Hart.
it's the Richard Hart.
Oh, like
appearance.
Richard Hart. They're saying that you dress like
Who?
Richard Hart.
Who?
Richard
I don't
Hart.
know.
A good answer.
Oh,
Who?
Sofa King.
Good
Oh,
answer.
Yeah. Because like I'm on Grinder with Richard Hart. Yeah. So
Smash
like,
the like.
when I'm on Grinder
Who?
with AJ, there are a lot of ads for Hex. There's more ads for Algo because there's a lot of Algo glory holes around Atlanta. And
Yeah.
AJ's at most of them. So.
That's a very interesting take.
Did you buy those sunglasses with your avalanche profits?
No, because there aren't any.
Yeah.
Right. That's why they're $5 sunglasses. Right.
Bro.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Bro, this is the basement. This is why you come here for these things. But just
man.
real quick, I just wanted to make a note on this Hong Kong ETF deal. Like this is in a Twitter Spaces interview with Bloomberg Asia on January 5th. Animoca Brands chairman Yat Sui indicated that Hong Kong was looking more attractive as a listing location compared to the United States. Obviously, the U.S. seemed to be the market at the time. That was perhaps a good one. But I would argue that now places like Asia, particularly Hong Kong, are starting to look pretty attractive with their virtual asset policies. We're seeing a
Now,
softening of the
How
policies.
relevant are their policies? I know I'm doomsday here, but Hong Kong becomes bullish. China takes over Hong Kong. What happens to those policies?
I mean, they're CCPs,
Yeah, that's-
obviously. And they're
yeah.
probably already CCPs now.
China will take over Taiwan before they take over Hong Kong. 'Cause
Yeah.
Hong
I agree.
Kong
I
is
agree.
how they launder all of their money.
Yeah.
That's where all the casinos are. Loudmouth knows he's been to many Hong Kong casino. So.
Yeah,
Big
we
ballers.
shoot crabs. We balling over
We
here.
balling over
If
here,
you know,
ladies.
you know.
We were
Shout
in the
out-
Bahamas,
Shout
right?
out to my boy.
We were in the Bahamas, and these guys, Damon and him, were shooting craps, and the other guy, what's Damien? What's his name?
Keeper.
Yeah, keeper, but
with,
Damien. That was his
Danger
name.
Close Alpha, and then the blonde broker
Right, and Damon was hammered, and there's these girls
on
walking by.
ketamine.
I didn't know about that. There's
Or
these
whatever
girls
that-
walking
what's
by.
that-
Kratom,
Kratom,
whatever.
Kratom,
There's
yeah.
these girls walking by, and he was like, "Big ballin' over here, ladies. We ballin'." It
Oh,
was
no.
fucking hilarious, man. Oh
Hey,
my god.
we did. I told him how to shoot craps, and we won thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
There you go.
you guys
Just
did
saying.
good. You did
It
good.
was
Ain't
fun.
bad.
We were really balling.
Well,
You
we
were
better
balling.
yeah,
we
and
better
he
get
did
our
get a
poop in
girl's
group
phone
here.
number. Not those girls, but the next couple that came through. he
It
did.
worked eventually.
Yeah.
We could mute their
And then
mics.
some hookers tried to pick him up.
There you
No.
go.
That doesn't
that's all
surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Easy target.
But you know what, you guys, regardless
Let's
of
talk
which
about
casino you
bonds.
like,
No.
we are
And
needing to figure
Whoever
out this
said he's trying to
crypto
get us back on the
legislation.
tracks, there is no tracks.
There
What are
is
you
a
talking
track.
about?
This is the
No.
track. We need to get ahead
Stay
of
on
China.
track.
Oh,
We are
gosh.
in America.
I am the law.
Hey, I
I
left
wanna
my
make
wife
the
in
money.
Dallas. I don't need to.
U.S. This is big, man. Like I think
between the
2023
lines.
is going to be huge for crypto regulation.
Interesting.
And basically, this is Cointelegraph drawn attention to the fact that both Democrats and Republicans in the House and Senate have been calling for crypto reform lately. An analyst from Chainalysis recently submitted about 20 bills to Congress that could affect cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. Stablecoins, I think, is going to be a major focus. Crypto,
CDBCs.
yeah, they're going to
Sorry,
be
coughed.
trying to make sure they can get an expiration date on your savings account is what's cooked into there. If we don't call our legislators and let them know that we know what they're trying to do and it's not okay and you work for me, so you will not do this. But the House Committee on Financial Services alone has a pro-crypto incoming chairman, Republican Patrick McHenry, along with crypto-friendly Democrats like Representative Richie Torres and Maxine Waters. And Maxine, I actually have found, I can't remember what she said, but I agreed with her on one thing that she said about, she was actually trying to hold Sam Bankman-Fried a little bit accountable. So that was a breath of fresh air. It felt really weird agreeing with her over the, obviously with what's happened over the last few years. But I do really hope that we can come to a bipartisan understanding that this situation needs to be understood and regulated before other competing world powers take hand of it and actually, leave us in the dust. So, they're optimistic
Before they Cat Stevens us.
before they Cat Stevens us. That's right.
You
Absolutely.
did
that
write
mean?
Dust in the Wind, right?
Yeah.
That's not Cat Stevens.
It's not.
Jesus.
I thought it was.
It
man.
was going to be funny if I was correct.
Yeah.
That
No.
was
Now it's all
That's
over.
Simon and Garfunkel. I'm pretty
All right,
sure.
whatever.
Hey,
No, it's the Eagles.
I was on.
Oh, my God.
I was on a meeting last night for an NFT project that I'm working on.
Kansas.
there was a lady. It was it's Darcy Donovan's project.
Oh God, Chad is angry.
Yeah,
The,
you just in there in red.
Star Dogs, and this lady Crypto Carmen was on there, and she said that her company was actually helping to get BitBoy's bill funded.
That'd
to
be
get passed.
be fantastic.
I think it already
That's
is.
yeah, I think it is funded.
Oh well, I think she.
Well, a bunch
she
of
said
people
that her
had to
company
help.
did
A
it,
bunch
yeah.
of people had to help. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
Thank you for all the people
not-
that are getting that thing
Yeah.
funded
Yeah,
because
man.
somebody that has boots on the ground actually.
yeah,
wrote
and
it,
join
right?
the
They
you know
understand it.
the policy Discord. It's
Yes.
pretty serious in there. If you like want to
Yeah.
actually integrate yourself into like a pretty
If you
you know,
want
well-rounded
scream,
political
you wanna
conversation,
scream,
that's the spot.
Crypto should not be a
donkey or
partisan
elephant.
issue.
Go to that Discord.
Yeah, man. Like it doesn't matter if you're blue or red. You need to be pro crypto and pro freedom. I don't think
Yeah.
that there's much arguing against those two things going together. And you know, this article highlights that they're optimistic that given broad bipartisan support from lawmakers, a comprehensive bill could make its way to the president's desk this Congress. Hopefully, he remembers to.
I'll
look
be
at
on the
it.
cruise, Satoshi.
Ooh, you're going to be on the cruise?
Oh, you better believe
All right,
it.
then.
I just upgraded my room today.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's go.
these new laws will be needed to both protect consumers and allow crypto industry to continue to innovate. In the view of the U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis, she's a Bitcoin maxi, isn't she, Nick?
Lummis, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but-
Yeah, but I hate this. So last time they were like protect the consumers was when Gary Gensler was trying to be our daddy. Like
yeah.
that is vague language I hate.
Yeah,
So
because
bad.
more protection from the same existing setup that they have right now means that they're basically going to crush the industry and call everything a security retroactively.
Yeah, I might like ambiguity in my love life, but in my crypto, no.
That's right. man.
Jesus.
You need to know where it
Win
stands.
Lambo.
That's right.
I don't want an
Multiple.
overpriced Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Yeah, and because Gary Gensler,
Isn't it actually a tractor?
Gensler is suspect, man, and like here is
Gensler's a loser.
Yeah.
Let me give you this captain hat because that's Captain Obvious.
So this is a funny tweet. Digital asset investor. Hey, Congress, can you explain to me why Gary Gensler's public calendar is still missing for August, September, November, and December, and none of you are demanding its release? And this kind of does a snapshot of what's publicly available for the view of Gary Gensler's calendar. And it just begs the question, like,
Is he going to
why?
be watching Weekend at Bernie's?
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
What?
Because he's going to be gone.
Well, hopefully.
I hope so.
Hopefully. I hate the fact that Gensler has so obviously met and given a no action relief to SBF. All this goes on, and then SBF's out on bail, but SEC slaps a lawsuit against was it Gemini this morning?
Yep.
Yeah. So this sucks, man.
They went harder after Kim Kardashian,
Right.
for promoting a project.
Right.
I know.
Then they did somebody that stole $10 billion.
I
SBF's
know.
like the biggest fraud in history, and he's out. He's hanging around, but we still have Gensler throwing around
Gensler
lawsuits.
is such a joke. And I
Listen,
actually have heard from an inside source that he's gonna walk away.
Yeah.
And he's gonna make it seem like it's the right thing, but he's already been he's done.
Yeah, the Winklevoss weren't
In a year,
stoked
he'll
on
be
it either, man.
Who's
Tyler
going to be out?
Tyler
Gensler.
Winklevoss
Gensler?
got on.
Yeah. What
Check
about
this out.
about
This is what
SBF?
Tyler said
to
on
tell.
Twitter.
I think
It's
he's dating a lot of
disappointing
people.
A lot of people.
that the SEC Gov chooses to file an action today as Gemini and other creditors are working hard together to actually recover the funds, which they obviously have. He's been sending open letters demanding this situation be resolved without the need for litigation or anything like that. The action
I
does
knew
not.
that was going to happen, though, because once again, Ben was just talking about it a couple weeks ago. The
Yeah.
COO stepped down.
Yeah.
So when the money guy
knew the issues
leaves
were
the company, when it's supposed to be thriving, trouble's coming.
So it makes
Yeah.
you wonder, like, is he trying to absolve himself of sins? Like, when you're trying to attack somebody else so hardcore, like, what is he covering up?
projecting.
Or, yeah, I mean, is this projection or not?
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's a valid narrative to be watching for.
yeah, I just don't think that the SEC has the right to really try and get involved with calling a crypto a security or a commodity when that hasn't even been clarified. They need to wrap up their lawsuit against the XRP.
I have an idea. Let's use a rule book from the 30s to talk
Yeah.
about innovative, cutting edge technology.
Wait,
Great job, everyone.
Does anybody smell that? Does it smell facetious?
Yeah, it's
So hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
It's dumb.
I'm gonna be, and it's not because I'm fake beefing with AJ on Twitter. I'm gonna be the
adult?
counter opinion.
You
here.
think this is fake? You think I'm joking with you?
Can we get an ISO on AJ real quick?
I don't think I have that shot.
No.
Bill.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, you're
man,
lucky.
We need to go lower. You're lucky.
So look, like AJ, I understand your sentiment, and that sentiment is echoed a lot across crypto Twitter. Here's the thing, like just because a law is old doesn't mean it's bad. So there's like fundamental rights that surpass generations and eons, like the right to vote. Like
Pretty sure that law
Yeah,
was
like,
made because
the
of
Howie-
oranges. That law was made because of oranges. Nick.
okay, and
oranges.
then, like women's suffrage was also made because some women protested. Like, and it was around the same time. So like I don't think the one negates the other just because it was around oranges. Like
Well,
money is-
women should have been able to vote the whole time. That's different.
You're right, and people should be able to use money in how they want to since the beginning of time. So I don't
Yes.
think just because something is old means it's outdated. I think there's a way, like you got to remember, like the idea of property is an extremely old idea. So if we're throwing out the Howey test because it's old, we should also throw out the very idea of property.
Well, I
Because that's
think more
even
what he's
older than
talking
that.
about is say there's
What?
regulation about horses and you have to have them a certain size and then cars come around. You can't use that same regulation to regulate a car that you can a horse. And
Thank you.
that's what he's
So,
talking
Well,
about.
yeah.
here.
yes, but when it comes to like making laws about transportation, like it doesn't follow. Just because the Howey test is old doesn't mean it's outdated. That's what I'm trying to say. Just because we voted in the rights for black people to vote in the 60s doesn't mean it's old and outdated and we should update it. Like
Gary
we
Gensler,
should-
sympathizer.
we should update the interpretation of those laws.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, fundamentally, like money is money, communication is communication, voting is voting. Are we executing it in the way that in the spirit of the law? Right? Like the Howey test was there to correct an inequity in the playing field. That should be the way that we execute the Howey test. Not, is XRP a threat to Wall Street? And we need to use the Howey test as a cudgel to beat them into submission.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
You understand my point, EJ, or are we still beefing? I don't understand what's going on right now.
Dude, crypto
are
needs
not-
its own set of rules. It needs its own set of regulators, and it needs to be controlled by people that actually know what the F they're talking about. Not a bunch of people that
That's
can
true.
clearly get paid off.
Yeah.
That's true.
That bunch of
need a
people that
separate
can
body.
clearly be corrupted.
That's true.
That are not in it for us. That are only in it. When you hear the word protect the investors, that means run for the hills. That's another. That's also what that means, apparently. And Gensler is a crook. And if
have
I
a
ever ran
feeling-
into him in public, I would like give him a swirly and stuck him back in the locker he belongs in.
Yeah, I have
So-
a feeling if you got some crypto maxis to interpret the Howey test, you get a different interpretation, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. You definitely, but again, I'm leaning towards the AJ's thought that this needs to have a separate, focused, crypto specific policy board that basically knows
Yes,
the different
100%.
levels of crypto.
Absolutely.
They know the difference between the internet of information versus the internet of things. They know the implications of this revamping of data and communication flow, because it's going to go 100 different ways. You're going to have medical records trying to be put on, real estate transactions, blah, blah, blah. So, we need to let this technology thrive and be useful for us and let it thrive, but then also be reasonable and expect some level of regulation or control. And in that sense, like I'm hopeful that, let them do a CBDC, but don't let it have an expiration date. Don't let it be tied to any carbon credit scores. Don't let
No.
Social credit.
Right. Social, we as people can deny social credit scores. We can deny their expiration date ideas. We can make it clear out of the gates that we know the potential dangers of this legislation, and this is what you are going to do, and this is what you are not going to do, because you represent me. We hired you, so you're going to do what we want you to say. If we just kind of flip
Good luck with that.
that train of thought, then that can work, because the things in the background, the elites are still swooping and meeting up in Davos this week.
Yep.
Did a little bit of touch
What?
on that.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Davos?
Yeah.
All right, check it
Before
out.
we
Have
do
you
this, I
not
want to
felt
talk
the
about
Speak
this.
on
disturbance
it.
in the force?
I was going to do this real fast. So Ergelson says in Kentucky, you cannot walk with ice cream in your back pocket.
Yep, that's true. That's a real law.
Hey,
you know why?
I saw
I was
that in
born.
a Snapple fact.
I was born in Kentucky.
So the
Thanks
reason
for
why
sharing.
you can't do that is people used to basically grab the reins of a horse and walk them out of town and steal them. But if the horse follows you out of town, then
It
you can hop
belongs
on
to
it and then
you.
you own it.
Dude.
So they
you
would keep
put-
ice cream in their back pocket and the horse would follow them.
See?
And in the UK, you can only drown a witch on, or you can't drown a witch on Friday.
Oh, with the, yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
That's bearish.
It's Friday the 13th.
Wait, it's
Oh my gosh,
Friday the 13th.
Rise of the
Bad luck day.
I mean,
I'm going long with my whole portfolio, 20x right
20x,
now.
20x.
Every time you say SEC, I think about Eminem's song where he goes, "The SEC won't let me be. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so."
I was so
empty
glad I
without
forgot
us."
that until you bring it up. So
Now you'll never forget
now
it.
it's in my head again.
Every time.
I left
SEC.
Eminem behind years ago, but
He
here he
says
is
the
again.
FCC.
You know, but
same.
Okay.
we need as people to be vocal as these regulations and things are set up. You know, Davos is happening this week. It's still going down. I have a little article. I'm covering a little bit of it because there are up to 5,000 soldiers that are deployed to secure the World Economic Forum's meeting in Davos right now. With 1 week to go until the who's who of the most radical globalists descend upon picturesque ski resort town in Davos.
And their private jets.
Yeah.
There is speculation. There's speculation that they're making the decision of who's going to be the next president, right?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
For sure.
This is a
They're
conglomeration.
choosing him right now.
Yeah.
You know, the World Economic Forum is an annual meeting, and it's protected by these 5,000 soldiers in the Swiss Army deployed to offer military support to the
all armed
civilian
with Swiss
civil
Army
authorities. Was that
Yep.
They're all armed with Swiss Army knives.
Teeny
Yeah.
little.
tiny?
Hey, Swiss
Can
Army
barely
knife
open a
can do
bottle.
some damage. I'm telling you. I got stabbed
Oh my
5
God.
times with one. Look at that scar all the way
Whoa.
across.
Oh,
Dang.
we're doing a
I'm a
nipple
Swiss-
reveal?
Ooh, a nipple reveal.
Oh, I
Reveal.
saw it. I seen it.
Oh,
my
Swiss
God.
Army knife right there.
Guys, there's married women watching.
Holy shit. Well,
They're divorced now.
You like,
Klaus, Klaus Schwab.
I'm not
has-
available. I'm not available.
As everyone's favorite supervillain, Klaus has been running this summit since 1971. He'll be presiding over it as the chairman of the World Economic Forum. And, you know, he's boasted about how his organization has penetrated. He penetrated the government cabinets across the world. Repeatedly.
Wow.
Theme of this year's World Economic Forum Summit is cooperation in a fragmented world. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that
Why don't we
seems-
just call it, this is how we coerce the people.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's almost like it's what happens when you
Assimilate or die.
yeah, you know, you're non-essential, you're essential. No, you can't congregate. You know, the revolution was formed and organized inside of bars with congregations.
I'm going to give some homework to chat. Before Monday's show, I need you to listen to the entire discography of Anti-Flag.
And I need
realize
you to read
nothing has
Fight
changed.
Club
And
by
read
Chuck
that.
B.
Yeah.
And you also need to do 2 grams of psilocybin and listen to Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Oh my God.
hey.
I love that, man.
Oh hell
They're
yeah.
I
so
love
good.
Tuesdays.
Dude.
Oh, Godspeed you.
I thought it was Friday.
But
No.
this is amazing. Pull this up. This is on the
Are you telling me
details
how
of
to do
this.
my job?
Yes. Did you
Pull
know?
this up.
So on the subject of fragmentation and what we've gone through, the Rockefeller published a document called "Reset the Table."
Gross.
Reset. Risky tweet. Risky tweet.
It's all
Hang
about upcoming food shortages and the time to connect some more dots. Look at this guy just
What's the
chilling.
book? The Ghost of
Nice.
Jekyll Island or something?
Yeah.
The monster.
A monster of Jekyll Island. Here's Bill Gates candidly hanging out next to his
Here we go.
recently done away with.
Wait, how many patents does he have for soy-based like burgers and other implementations of meatless products?
An insurmountable but good thing is there actually the values and interest is. I'm holding this trucker down. Thanks. Yeah, that's right. I've been working on it. Check this document out. This is fun. This is the actual Rockefeller document. Reset the table. Meeting the moment the transformation of the U.S. food system. Rockefeller Foundation, July 2020. So
Ooh, page 10, food is medicine. So
Yeah.
they know that they're going to capture the medicine supply.
you guys can flip to this if you want. This is all just going off the heels. They got a nice military member passing out MREs to the society. You know, this is just a photo op, but they're putting these imagery.
Ooh, skip to page 12.
Oh, you want to go to page 12?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's go.
Enhance.
Let's see what they got on page 12.
If you know anything about epigenetics, you can control a population through the food that you give them and
For sure.
certain nutritions. Like a classic example, if you want to if you want people to become extremely hypertensive, and dump cortisol levels, which is horrible for inflammation. You basically stress them out, and they overexpress neuropeptide arginine vasopressin, and you basically suppress their immune system, their mentality to fight back, and everything else. And you can do this via food and social programming. Like, that is what is coming.
Mike King, he brought up the Denver airport imagery. I lived in Denver.
Oh, man.
I lived in
Didn't
Denver.
that horse like kill people
Bro,
or something?
I have
or
literally
the artist that made it?
I have seen the actual masonry imagery. Like, they have a little podium for the masons, and then they had all these different insane, like there was a Russian with a Saudi sword cutting every other nation down, and poverty and pandemic was built into this line of people. They did away with that, and yes, Lucifer the horse is still there.
Yeah,
lots of conspiracy theories.
That is
in
a
Denver.
really good metal band name.
Lucifer, dude.
Lucifer.
Should we start a metal band
No.
called Lucifer?
No.
Did we just come up with our metal band name?
Did we
All
just
right.
Wonder Twins it?
I think so. I think so. That was good.
Lucifer.
But back to this wonderful document,
It's pretty
and just to keep in mind, we had like 200 plus.
Wait, 50% of UK banks have banned crypto purchases? Is that real?
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I don't like saying things I'm not
Dang.
sure. Reinvigorate regional systems as part of a better balanced, more sustainable, and more resilient nationwide food chain.
Why they destroying all of the rhizobium and the only organisms that actually fix fix atmospheric nitrogen so that they can sell you a fertilizer.
Yeah.
Let's destroy a biosphere and then sell you the answer.
Bro, I'm not kidding. On page
fucking
19, they literally talk about George Floyd in this food document.
Do they
What?
really?
Yes.
What? What?
What?
They brought up George Floyd?
How?
Okay. Page 19. As we move forward together to reset the table of this country's food system, we must continue to learn from the innovative operational solutions being seen all across the country and incorporate those lessons into future policies and programs. We must also listen to and learn from the activism and protests against systemic racism triggered by the killing of George Floyd.
That's
Bro.
what. Okay.
Knowledge
Okay.
To the transformative work that lies ahead. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Bro. Yeah, the summer of love was nuts.
Wow.
I call this.
What does that have
What does
to
that
do
even mean?
Well,
Systemic racism.
They're
like,
tying
what?
it together because it was right in
What?
like the panty, and you had shortages, you had places being looted.
They
and
were
more
all
angry.
self-imposed.
I know, but that
We
doesn't
didn't-
matter because they control the narrative now.
Okay, so hang on a second. If during the panty, okay, I live in a pretty like blue collar area. So during the panty, if you go to Kroger or Publix, there was no food, and there was no toilet paper, and there was no meat. Guess what? Down the street at the supermercados where I go to, where all the Latinos shop, guess what there was? There was meat. There was toilet paper. There was chicken and milk. It's like the white people were the ones that were freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I wanted to bring this up because they're not going to stop this narrative of cutting us apart, keeping our heads low, saying more pain is coming, hide peasant, hide.
Right.
And I always like to kind of liken this talking point. Lichen. What?
Like what
It's
grows
both.
on trees?
He likens
Jesus.
It's a symbiosis between
more
algae
more
and
pain
fungus.
is
I
definitely
went
coming.
straight to
though.
werewolves.
No,
more
like
more
it.
pain is coming.
They're filter feeders.
Yeah, pain is coming, and that's why if you are in fiat, I think you're going to experience the most pain.
Yeah.
So you have to diversify and get into hard assets. You have to get into crypto, real estate, vehicles, guns, gold,
Ammunition.
ammunition for the guns. Those are my top picks of the next decade. And
Yeah,
that's
my
why.
sleeper pick is bullets.
I'm going with neodymium magnets so I can relive my love of the game Metal Gear Solid and just make a sweet railgun.
That's
So
legit.
thanks for that.
somebody
So after
said
you
that.
miss me with your bullets, I can just fire the
Somebody
shells back
said
at
that
you.
here yesterday. Bullets. I
Or the
think it was
casings,
you.
I'm sorry.
And I thought he was talking
They're-
about a
those aren't
coin.
magnetic,
I said
are
I've never
they?
heard of that. And he's like, no, bullets.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ticker
man.
is bullets.
Yeah, I mean,
the ticker is
The
bang
ticker
bang.
is 9.
Bang bang.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
yeah, did 9 millimeters were 15 cents a piece before the panty. So
Who was that comedian that
What are they
said
now?
you want to stop
like up to a
killings,
buck?
make a bullet?
Chris
cost
Rock.
I think they
$1,000?
went
Chris
back
Rock. There'd be
down.
no such thing as innocent bystanders.
I think
Yeah.
nines went back down to like 30 or 50 cents or something like that.
It's
You
a
should check.
risky click.
Yeah, you're clicking risky links
Oh,
over
God.
there.
Oh, God.
Just
Risky
click the link.
click.
Click the link.
That's why I like looking at crypto, man. What it can do for me. What are we getting? What are we at? Where's it at? Anyone in the chat know?
Hang on. I'm going to Palmetto
Bitcoin?
State Armory.
Palmetto, that's the cheapest. We're checking the bottom of the barrel.
Palmetto?
Yeah. Well, no, check it. It's fine. It's fine. That's-
Okay. We got to watch when we say the word, when we say the G word.
Oh,
God.
God.
Yes, definitely that one.
glory.
Bull?
Ooh.
Sorry. I thought we were playing that game.
Nobody cares if you say God.
But yeah, man, like
Say Jesus. People get mad.
that's
at
why
that.
I'm big on moving into these types of assets outside of fiat currency. I think the pain is still coming. We're not done with this
But you want the price of crypto?
fourth turning. You know, if you
Yeah.
look up fourth turning and what that implication is, there's a lot
Okay.
of things. What are we looking at?
16 cents.
It's back down.
Okay.
Wow.
That's good.
That's limited. That's limited. We're basically averaging 19 cents.
Are those hollows or full metals?
FMJ.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's yeah.
So
What a great
your
movie.
basic range round is 16 cents,
Yeah.
but FMJ, Home Defense, or Hollow Point and Home Defense is going to be.
But
We should start a bullet coin.
Bullet,
Bullet
I'm down,
coin.
dude. I'm
Yeah,
bullish
like
on bullet
donate.
coins.
NFT and then
Yeah.
like
Bullet
utility.
Dude.
Be like we store and house all your bullets for you,
Yeah.
and then you could trade them back and forth.
That would be
Bullet-
You
bullet
would be onto
NFT.
something.
Arbitrage?
We have to
Yeah.
find
Bullet.
a real use case. There's got to be.
Oh, there's a real use case.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
can
it
vote
comes
from the
with-
rooftops.
or blueprints. Maybe fun blueprints come with the purchase. But I liked this guy's tweet a lot.
76239.
Back to crypto.
Back to crypto.
But hold on. While everyone's like, oh, none of that has anything to do with crypto. No, it all has to do with crypto and should make you bullish. Back to what you're saying. It's
You
like,
can- yeah.
get away from fiat.
Yeah.
Get away from centralized control and be your own bank, be your own dominion. Like, pull up your pants.
Fiat in the sense of the banking system, but
Yeah.
what do you think about cash? Like, I think cash is going to be big this year.
It could.
Yeah, this year.
But-
for
Yeah,
sure
this year.
I'm talking over the
you
next
gotta
10
transfer it
years.
before next year,
What-
or
you know,
you're going to be sitting there.
If
Holding
you have a savings or
nothing.
like a cash savings that's put together right now, it, in my opinion, is going to be worth maybe half of what it is now at 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Our dollar is going to be.
Doggy, that's way too long for me to read, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a big,
No way. Not
not
reading
that
that saga.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
I mean, if you're trying to buy eggs, it's already.
I
worth
finally
half, right?
found someone else
Or
on
less.
crypto that's been looking at DAG. So I figured I'd make a deal
What?
out of it. I know. So James Bull, I'm just discovering this guy, but I really liked his ranking. What he did, he after 10 months of research, 60 million people seeing my tweets, 5,000 comments. He's completed his ranking of the top 28 most decentralized, scalable, 50K plus transactions per second layer 1 blockchains. His top 5 picks are DAG, ICP, and see, this is where he got me. And now I'm willing to like kind of find out.
Loop ring is pretty dope.
Yeah, Loopring did me pretty good in the last bull run, but I
Near. I saw
haven't.
near.
You saw Near in there?
Protocol.
Yeah, it's
Here's the whole list.
right there, number 7.
Cypherium is a sleeper that's part of the FedNow program.
Oh.
So this list I felt like had some really cool kind of deep picks on it, and his simplicity for integration is
one Juggalo hard fork from ICP.
oh,
Also, why I
That's
derailed it.
great.
What Casino Doggy was technically saying is it is not banned, but they can suggest that you not do it, stop your charge, then you have to go to the fraud department and be like, this is a decision I want to make.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the TLDR.
Wait,
So they
for what?
can't ban it, but they can suggest
Buying
you to not
crypto in
to,
the UK. They can
and
be
then you have
like,
to take the extra step to make it happen.
Hey, back in
that's so
2017,
gross.
U.S. Bank shut my bank account down because I was buying Bitcoin.
Oh, I bet.
Really?
Yeah. Then last year they were higher.
Yeah,
don't
Wells.
want you to have- they don't
Hold
want
on.
you to have
Like, I
nice
was like,
things.
Hold on. So just a couple months ago, I was buying crypto, and Wells Fargo like flagged. They sent me like an email that like these things were flagged or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like, call this number to make sure. And I talked to this lady. And I was like, yeah. I was like, what got flagged? And she was like, oh, there's 2 transactions from a Coinbase.
Coinbase.
And I was like, oh yeah, that was
Coinbase.
me. I bought crypto. And she was like, why did you do that? And I was like, because I'd rather buy crypto than keep my money in your bank. and then she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, she was like, so these were your transactions.
Yes.
I was like, yes. Like, don't touch my card. And then my car broke down, right? And then Jada, needed me to go pay the tow guy. I go to pay the tow guy on my Wells Fargo card. It got declined. They shut off my card, and I had to order another card and get it in the mail because that dumb lady is dumb. And then the guy from the vice president from Wells Fargo peed on someone while he was drunk on a flight last week.
It's no big deal,
So,
AJ. These
great
are
job.
simple bear market activities.
Great job,
Okay? I don't
everybody.
understand why you're holding it
Love
against
it.
him.
Love it.
Wait, is this the same Wells Fargo that illegally foreclosed on my parents' house, stole it, and then resold it?
Well, the thing is that they're if you go in a Wells Fargo, their whole business plan is based off one word: courtesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally buying 762 right now.
You're buying 762
Hamburger.
right now? Live on air. Okay.
Live on stream.
What's
Live on
762?
stream.
Guys, if you want me to stream my ammunition purchases,
No.
Oh, gun
No,
bullets.
please, please don't.
We should make a bullet
and I'm
coin.
using
Who
my
would buy
Gemini
it?
card to do it.
I wanted to point out this is
I'm gonna
loop.
be the adult. Can we get back on topic?
This is not loop ring. This is loop
Oh,
network. Yeah, so this is different, but this list is basically made by this. Yeah, the simplicity of building on the actual project, maxed transactions per second, 80,000 for Constellation, unlimited for Internet Computer Network.
That's right.
I like that project. I think I'm going to buy a little bit today, but I'm still deciding.
ICP?
ICP,
You
yeah,
should.
I'm
You
feeling
should.
like I'm going to buy a little bit more of it.
Bought it last week for $375.
Yeah, see, I've been buying it since I think it tapped $3 flat even in this bear. So yes,
You know what the all-time high for ICP was?
dude, it was nuts, but it's not going to go back to all time highs. I don't
remember.
Ever?
I don't remember.
No, well, like 15 years if it
Wasn't
exists.
its all-time high when it was released, and it was
Like
it was
$700.
Yeah.
it was like USD, and it went down.
It was
Correct.
$700. Yeah,
That's
just went-
insane.
yeah.
Enzo Mining says ATF will be all over Bullet Coin, just like they were Ruby Ridge. Moving on.
Hey.
Look at this though. Total addresses for ICP over 1.25 million.
The thing is, the funny thing about ICP is if you look at the weekly chart, it never really had a pump.
yeah,
It has
no,
been
it's still
going
low.
down forever.
That's why I made the USD reference.
Right. But I'm just saying that it has to pump eventually, right?
Well, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. No, we can always go lower. Like, we all know this. But the reason why I like ICP is that they're trying to tackle a really big a problem. They have what are canister smart contracts that
Yep,
can integrate with
canisters,
Bitcoin. And that's pretty big, man. They're like trying to plug into the base layer of what crypto is kind of built on, in my opinion. Like, I feel like this whole market's built off the back of proof of work in Bitcoin not being black bagable. You can't black bag Bitcoin. The government can't stop it. So now they're trying to figure out how to control it or organize it. And I think that, finding ways to integrate all these, if you're a new project, if you have a chance to integrate and put smart contracts on Bitcoin, that's what all the big money wants to feel comfortable with. They feel more comfortable with Bitcoin than all these other, different venture projects. Yes, there's a chance for them to go and there's a chance for them to grab funding and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just,
my daughter's business in Kentucky was the first business in Kentucky to
accept
ever
crypto?
receive crypto or Bitcoin.
really? That's pretty cool.
Shout
What
out
does
to
she
the
sell?
Crim-
What
Crim-
kind of business is it?
The last legal drug, coffee.
Oh, lastly.
sugar.
I like that.
Shout out Brooklyn, the Crim
Absolutely,
Coffee
man.
House.
And in other news,
In the
Gala
house.
has pumped 17% in the past 2.5 hours.
Oh my God, Louis, should we go look at it? Hold on, I gotta see it. I wanna-
Don DeMarco.
I want to.
I still got to build I have a music node that apparently if you bought those, you can go ahead and get a remote server, throw Ubuntu on it, and then set up your.
I'll delegate.
Do it.
Do you get
Yeah.
bullets too?
I'll
I don't
delegate.
know. I know nothing about how it works at all. I just know I bought it a while ago.
What? Look at this chart for this all-time, or this is a yearly chart for Gala.
Good God.
Yeah.
Look at this. Get us out of the way.
Do you guys like how I'm starring on the show and running it?
Yeah, I
love
really
it.
do. I do enjoy
pretty
this. But this thing is beaten down, man. Like,
Can you
it was
move us
at-
out, BJ, so we can see the right side of the chart?
Fine. Let me
Yes.
hit this button.
Never.
It was
Yeah, pump, baby.
yeah,
Pump it up. You got
down
to
from
pump it up.
38
What's that?
cents.
Got to
What is
pump
that?
it up.
38 cents on
buy
February
Gala
8th. And
No, it already pumped.
you
Don't
know,
buy it right now.
constant
Oh, that's why you wanted me to take
downtrend.
it out.
Don't
Let's
buy
check this
Gala,
out.
guys. It
Not
already
right
pumped.
now.
It already pumped.
Yeah, the pump train's already happened. But
Pump,
honestly,
pump.
like
I might
if,
short it right now.
in the short term, I wouldn't bet against this thing if it
DYOR.
exists and the bull market comes back in the speculation and regular people at the gas station start getting interested in Bitcoin and crypto in general. Gala has a lot of their name recognition already out there. So I wouldn't put it past this thing, even if their games suck, blah, blah, blah. I don't see it out of the possibility for Gala to actually be a really good.
Wait, they have spider tanks and whatnot?
Yeah, but the way forward for Gala isn't gaming. There's too much competition with gaming. It's going to
Yeah.
be music and movies.
Yeah, you think music and movies is going to be the squeeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, even
Well,
though
who
they
else
lied
is in
about
that
their
space?
partnership with The Rock, like they need to.
Did they
It's-
really lie about that?
Well, The Rock's people said this is not true.
Then why
But-
did they say that?
but
And
the
why is
co-
it still pumping if they did that?
Well, the counter narrative there is that they
What's
wanted to
pumping?
make an official announcement,
Gala.
and they.
I was
jumped
just
the
looking
gun
at the
on
chart.
announcement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
but-
that's what I'm
the
still
chart
saying.
good?
Gala's way forward
should
is
show it.
music and movies.
Okay.
No, hold on.
I don't
It's too
own
much
any
is happening.
Gala. I'm
It's
still
too
sitting here
much.
deciding
Ball
about it.
right
I'm
now.
definitely not DCAing into this
Yeah,
pump
no,
for this
no,
week on
come
this
on.
thing, though, for sure.
17%.
Hey,
But-
Drew,
yeah.
what's going to
Yeah.
be the top signal for 2020, the
Oh.
end of 2024?
Okay, so you guys got to
How
make.
will you know?
Yes, absolutely. So you
2025
make a
will be the
LinkedIn
top.
account right now. Make a LinkedIn account and connect with as many business leaders as you can. And once basic, regular business leaders are posting on LinkedIn about crypto, that's going to be my top signal.
Oh my
That's
god!
You know what my top signal is?
What's that?
When you go to the restaurant and your server's talking to you about it,
Yes.
or you're in Walmart checking out,
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
cashier at Walmart's telling you, sell.
Sell
Yes,
everything.
man.
Sell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad because my friend Burley Hildreth asked me if he should buy Gala, and I was just like, it's not a safe pick. Like, and I should have.
What's this? Why
I
do
should've
we
just
keep-
shut
why
my
does everyone
mouth.
keep
But it's
bringing
not
up safe
safe, right?
picks? Why are we looking for such
There's
safe?
Well,
there's
I'm
nothing
looking-
safe.
Yeah, but
Volatility is
all
the price you pay
So
for
3
the
months
game.
ago,
Safe.
3 months ago, I would have never told anyone it's a good idea to buy Gala.
Yeah,
That's not wrong to say.
Yeah,
that's true.
that's
okay,
fair.
just wanted to clear that up.
BJ,
And
what
nothing
is
is
what do you
safe.
think's the top signal in January 1st, 2025? What's going to be the thing where you're like,
Oh, you're asking me?
yes,
Yeah, what is it?
Oh man. I'm trying to think. 2025. So we should be top signal there. I mean,
When
guys
you
have
move
said
out of your mom's
everything.
basement.
Huh?
When you move out of your mom's basement.
When it's
time to
not 6
sell.
feet under. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I had to make that on.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I would say similar things to you guys as well, but I guess the second they start heavily talking about regulation,
Yeah.
because that's going to
Okay.
be kind of the fear point, and
Okay.
once
That
things
was
get
the-
in there,
the-
or when
the
they start
skeleton
heavily
I was
discussing a
telling you last night.
CDBC.
Yeah.
Okay.
one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the
Told you
classic
that
once
was a
everybody
big
starts
deal.
talking about it, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of the
Yeah.
big one, to be dead honest,
The
because
meme
everything
is,
else is
you
kind
know,
of hidden.
There's a lot of talk about Aptos too. We're seeing a lot of Aptos
Yeah.
talk. A
We're
lot
gonna
of,
do a video on Bitboy Crypto about Aptos. in a
Really?
little bit. Yeah, just because like they didn't get a fair shake. They got manipulated by FTX. They've got a whole bunch of people from the Facebook DM team.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're not a fly by night project. They're here. They're sticking around. But
Yeah.
is it worth it? Is it worth a look? We're gonna be doing the digging, and Ben's gonna tell you.
I
What's
dig
the
it.
ticker for the
Let's see what the
APT?
news is
APTOS.
telling us
It just
though.
pumped 19.25%.
I think
Yeah.
This article about Aptos I kind of found pretty interesting. One of the most highly touted cryptos to debut in 2022 is Aptos, up 30% as a layer 1 blockchain. There are some that were calling it the next Ethereum, doubtful. And the next
Doubtful for
Like
Solana.
who? Just Carl, the guy behind the gas station?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be the next Ethereum, but
No
it
way.
does have the potential to be the next Solana right out of the gate. The token came out with a world-class developer team, tremendous hype, hundreds of millions, a lot of VC interest in this.
The best
Similarities.
coders, the best slashing.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're not doing arbitrage and fraudulent transactions and
Yeah, dude said
counterfeiting.
who paid for that article.
Yeah, shout out to IB Mike King. Definitely Zapdos over Aptos for sure.
Dude, Zapdos.
Lightning Pokemon always.
Yeah,
okay?
but it has to be original base layer set, the first set.
Yeah,
man.
like I know the one
Yeah,
when he's
you
just
know the
looking
one.
straight at you. Like
you know the one. You know what I'm talking
I know the
about.
one.
But yeah, there's some stuff to be had with Aptos, man. This is why similarities between Aptos and Solana are so unsettling for investors. Aptos 2 came from a market promising the fastest layer 1 blockchain network. It too had the support of Sam Bankman-Fried. So, who helped Aptos conduct $150 million Series A venture capital finance. And that's where
How nice of him.
that's where I get weird
great guy.
about moving into this thing is the connection. The VC connections make me kind of uneasy, but I know that it has pumpamentals. Pumpamentals are what-
Pumpamentals.
I wouldn't say it has anything
That's my
beyond
point.
Pompimental.
Pumpamentals.
But this
Pumpamentals.
you
But
end up in that weird
VCs are
situation
sharks. They
where-
don't invest in you making money. They
Yeah.
invest in making money off of you.
Right.
Jolteon was not better. Shut your mouth.
But how they're saying who wrote this article? It's
Jolteon.
is that the classic
Caroline.
the smoke tactic to where this
Facebook.
looks positive, but from people like us, it seems like straight FUD.
Right.
So is that trying to push people out? So it is time to get in, and it's these weird counter narratives.
Well, it's the Motley Fool, and they're like the McDonald's of financial advice. I
God.
feel like
Shout out to the Motley Fool. Hey, this is super related.
Oh, I bet it isn't.
AJ,
Yo.
who is there actually any electric Pokemon that is OP? Are they all just kind of mid?
Zapdos is pretty OP, bro.
But that's the
that
only one,
base
right?
set Zapdos, pretty
Raichu.
legit. Electabuzz, Magnemite,
What about Raichu?
Electabuzz is not OP,
Raichu
bro.
for sure,
Right?
dude.
What are you
Dude,
talking
Pikachu
about?
will just roll up on a surfboard
Bro, we're
and some
gonna
happy
be-
birthday
we're
balloons
gonna
and
be
just
for the rest of the
ruin
year.
your
Yeah, but
life.
here's the thing: is water doesn't conduct electricity.
Wait, what?
Water
Oh my
does
God.
not conduct electricity.
What?
Pure dihydrogen monoxide does not.
Well,
Yeah,
if
but
I have a
it's the
Squirtle,
impurities
if I
in
have
the
a
water that
Squirtle and
does.
you hit it with a Pikachu, the Squirtle dies. So
Should
yes,
be
it
so.
does.
But that's what I'm getting at. It's the impurities in water that allow the electricity
Yeah,
to be
because we
conducted.
drink water. We don't drink straight dihydrogen monoxide.
Exactly.
Dude, I want Pokemon NFTs, damn it. I want Pokemon
I'm waiting for
NFTs.
chemistry bro to realize what I was actually saying there. I was setting people up.
The first blockchain that integrates with the Pokemon company
Wins.
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 You win.
Absolutely.
It'll be Avalanche, but yeah, I mean,
Do you think it's going to be Avalanche? This is so unreasonable.
No, it'll be it'll be something else.
Watch, it'll be Aptos and
It'll
we all
probably be
miss
Magic.
out.
It'll probably be Algorand.
Chemistry bro, that's why I
Incorrect.
should have specified deionized water, because yes, the hydroxide and hydronium ions are ions and therefore can carry current. You are
Wow.
correct. I should have said
Yeah.
deionized
Something about
water.
a Voltorb, whatever.
Whatever. Somehow I'm a virgin again.
You know, all these speculative ideas are too outside if you're just trying
BJ,
to
look at
preserve
that.
money.
With the fire kicks, BJ.
The
These
easier,
little things?
Let's
yeah,
go.
show them off a little bit.
We were just talking about those kicks
See,
before
You
the
want me to
stream
shove
started.
off?
If you've already made it like BJ, you're trying to preserve your
Oh my
wealth.
God.
Picks like Ethereum or Bitcoin are going to be like a lot safer picks before we go into the next leg up of the markets. And we had this story talking about Ethereum hitting 500,000 validators
Ooh,
as a milestone. I know
500,000
you're going to
validators
love this, Nick.
controlled
I
by
know
banks.
you are. It's going to make you so excited to see this. Validators are essential in guaranteeing the integrity and security of an Ethereum network. They operate consensus and process transactions on the blockchain by verifying that the conditions specified in each transaction smart contract code have been met. So they're definitely expanding, and the capabilities of Ethereum are continuing to expand even while the interest has gone away in the markets in general. We do have the Shanghai upgrade coming up soon, so I know that's coming, but it wouldn't be surprising to see even more people spin up validators after Shanghai, as they gain a peace of mind knowing that they can unstake their Ethereum more fluidly. And I think we're still waiting on the actual details of when you can unstake for this, but just the fact that they're talking about it will be able to be taken out has got people feeling good. This is the number of individuals who are physically managing a validator client on the Beacon chain. Definite, consistent growth there.
So
And
we
I-
have no clue. Like they could be like, oh, you can unlock them
No, it's actually
in 20 years.
no.
Nah.
There's
Like-
a waterfall, and it prioritizes
Yeah.
the people who got in first
Yeah, but
No.
when does that date start? Nobody knows.
That's-
at the fork. But who is first in line? That I don't know.
But the ambiguity there again is, say the fork gets delayed and delayed and delayed and
Yeah.
delayed. And I'm not saying it is, but it's still like one of those things. It's like, can we get a finite date, please?
Oh, Bud Light,
I
you're the
mean-
hot take on Pulse.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Nick, are you a Bitcoin maxi?
no. I'm a proof of work maxi.
Yeah.
But I understand that proof of stake is necessary for crypto. Like I'm incredibly bullish on Cardano. Like
Took you
I
long
am
enough.
actually, for all intents and don't tell Twitter, but I actually do like Algorand for what it does.
Whoa.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks.
What was that?
But
Can
I
you
don't-
say that
Excuse
one more
But I
time?
don't like.
He said he really likes
Ethereum.
Avalanche, so just tell Twitter.
Yeah. So I don't like Ethereum because they backed away from their core principles. Like
Yeah.
they hitched their donkey to the change the code crowd. So that's
Even the chat knows that you're all in on XRP, Nick.
no XRP.
Even the chat knows.
XRP army.
XRP is like
JavaScript.
I don't know how to say it and be nice.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be nice.
Tell us what you
You haven't
really
pulled
feel.
any punches with me. Why would you pull any punches with XRP?
Are you all in on Hex and
Well,
XRP
like-
at this point, or what?
Nick is all in on Hex.
Oh, I got to put
Nice.
on my
Hex
glasses. This
is,
is
Hex
getting
is
scary.
just a joke.
Yeah,
Like,
I
don't
actually
even-
was at
Shots
Nick's
fired.
house. I was
I
at
don't-
Nick's house the other day. He has a big portrait of Richard Hart.
Yeah, it's true.
Right when you walk in his house
my ceiling,
with his
yeah.
Gucci bag
Who?
and his diamond.
Let's
Richard
start a
Hart.
rumor that all those Gucci's are fake.
Ooh,
It's just
XRP.
way
here we go.
funnier.
The rumor's
Are you
already
ready for
dead.
Are the hottest take on XRP?
XRP hot take. Go.
Give it.
XRP is the official coin of I'll wear as many masks as you tell me to, as long as you don't take away my hard drive full of lolly.
Oh my god.
Bang bang.
Oh
All right, it
my
is
God.
2:28. We are kind of winding down here, but hot loud. We wanted to tell the world about something that we're starting to work on. It's an early development. Do you want to drop that bomb on them now?
You think it's too early to talk
getting
about?
I mean,
all of
we
it?
are going to be winding down here in the next 5-10 minutes.
We have to.
It's already
We
2:30.
have
That's
to.
true.
We have to.
All right.
All right.
Dropping loads.
So
Hugo.
here we go. So we're in the very first stages of working on animation education in the space and a digital comic book to bring in use the utility of NFTs to educate people in the space without them even know that they're learning, like things as small as the verbiage that we use. A lot of people are very intimidated by
Yeah.
how we talk, right? So if we can put a funny animation that would entertain people, they're going to be able to learn and not even realize they're learning. They don't have to come up and be brave and say, what about this? And then look dumb. And then, so they never ask. So then it costs them later, or they don't ever come in. So
Essentially, we are, Ben had the Bitverse characters, like Ben, the superhero or whatever. So that was a project that was actually abandoned, and Ben never had the time to kind of circle back and develop it. So now those Bitverse characters we are reviving. We're going to make some new characters. We're going to take some of them out, and we're going to make a storyboard that'll be like a 12 episode series. Season 1 is 12 episodes, and education through animation. It's basically going to be like an introduction, like a conflict, the resolution, and it's all going to be integrated with crypto education.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in a kind of seamless, fun way that doesn't feel Pluto's not involved in this. And it's
but
just
we
going to
might
be
want to partner up with you guys. So
yeah,
just
but
saying,
basically, so once you buy the NFT, you get a digital comic book, and then if you're an NFT holder,
don't tell them everything yet.
all right, fine.
But it's
I like
gonna
what
be
I'm hearing.
it's gonna be BitBoy Crypto, the superhero,
The Bitverse.
and we're gonna take in like a Fairly Odd Parents humor, a Dora the Explorer education,
A little bit of rocket power.
and then
Dora
throw
the
in
Explorer.
like a Batman superhero adventure.
It's
and
aimed.
smash
The
it together.
demographic is for kids that are 8 to 13.
I mean, that's
A
good
little
though.
older,
Little older than that.
Getting-
Little older than that.
you know,
but
getting-
it's going to be where if I watch it with my 15-year-old, 13-year-old kid, I'm going to be entertained too. Kind of like
Yes,
Disney
right.
drops those
It
things
will
in
be
for
child.
adults.
It will be kid friendly. 100%.
And then we're going to do DGen comic book, so it'll get a little more risque in the comic book because it'll be a
Because
digital,
you're buying
it'll
the
be a
NFT,
digital
not the
comic
kids.
book. Yeah,
Right.
So, and then you're going to be a partial. All the holders will be a partial owner of everything that we do with that through the monetization ads that will be revenue,
Love it.
generated.
Love it.
Revenue. If Disney Warner Brother comes in, they're going to want to do the same thing. So they're either going to pay us to stop it or pay us to teach them.
Right.
And so we sell the company for $500 million. Everybody's
Bang.
getting distributed.
and
Let's
make
go.
mini games
Man,
on it. We're going to have toys, board games,
Yeah,
merch,
board game that you can
everything.
sit down and play with your kids, and everybody learns about crypto, but yet it has fun.
The chat is so correct though. Allie is looking pretty masculine today. I just
Yeah,
gotta
Ali's
say.
looking spicy
I've been
today.
taking my maca
Dude,
powder.
this project you guys laid out, I'm always looking for what is the reason, and this has a great reason for existing. Which you
That's
just
why I'm
explained.
here, guys.
Yeah,
We
I
came
love
from-
That's why we're here.
We came from meetings
is
to sit
fantastic.
down with
Me and Loud
with
are
the
doing this
guys,
thing
and
together.
This is our head writer.
Bang, bang.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty pumped and excited.
Wow,
So
Nick, you're
2023, that's what I'm going to be working on. Mainly, I've got other things going on, but that is the thing that we're going to be working on behind the scenes. And
Yep.
we'll be meeting with some investors and things like that. So
I dig it.
Yep.
we'll get everything on ink on paper soon. So
Guys, getting
Bang.
the
We'll
early
let you know
alpha,
as we go.
early alpha right here on the basement. So
Just for you guys. But it's
Yeah, man.
2:32.
it's 2:30. We
Oh,
better wrap it up. Are we going to
Oh, my
raid
goodness.
someone? Should we raid Joel?
How should I do this?
So
/raid space
In the
Network
chat.
Before we
Gaming.
leave,
What?
I'm AJ Wrights Crypto. Go follow my guy.
No, go to the
Loudmouth
chat.
Dottie,
Oh.
the Biscuit Jesus, Prepper Crypto,
Here, I
Crypto
got you.
Crypto
Boom.
Algorand Lover
there they are.
Sunglasses.
All the tickers.
We are all here.
That's all Twitter
Thanks all for
tickers,
tuning
right?
in, everyone in the chat. Appreciate you guys. We
Yes.
will see you whenever we see you.
I'll see you on the
Peace.
other side.
I'm hitting the button.
Hit it.
Bye.